In this video, I'm hoping I can give you some helpful tips on how to prepare for a Lorcana tournament. And as a thank you, I have a Shimmering Skies booster box that I'm giving away to one of you. If you want to see those details, make sure you watch to the very end of the video. Now, you might be wondering why I'm out here in the woods shooting a Lorcana video. And really, it's because of the holiday season. I've had little to no time to be able to sneak away from my family to make content. And so as I'm out here on a trip, I thought it'd be a great time to come out and see if I can provide some helpful content to you. Now, when I think about preparing for a Lorcana tournament, the number one choice that comes into our frame of view is deck choice. One of the most important things that'll help you deduce what deck you should play is discerning the spread. A great tool for this is inkdecks.com. You can look at what the most decks are being played at any given time, and you can begin to discern what size of the pie each deck color is going to take up. Once you have a good idea on the meta, you want to pick your deck. You want to pick a deck that's going to have a decent matchup into the majority of the spread. And so that may mean you're going to have some bad matchups, but if you can get into 60, 70, 80% good matchups where you feel confident, then you're going to pick a good choice for a deck. This is dumb. Watch me get bit by a rattlesnake coming in here. Surprise! Well, build the tech. That's the next point. After you have built or chose your deck, you need to build the tech that you're going to use to surprise your opponents. This is the kind of stuff that's going to help you really beat some of your worst matchups. So you can find some tech to help you against some of the bad matchups that you have. Cards that are going to be one-ofs or two-ofs that are really going to help your bad matchups or make even your good matchups a guarantee. And my final point about choosing your deck is reps. After you've discerned the spread and you've chosen a deck and you've built the tech, it's time for reps. Discern the spread. Choose the deck, build the tech, get the reps. So stupid. Once you've discerned the spread, you've chosen your deck, and you've built the tech that you need, you just got to get reps. You got to get a lot of games in. Before the tournament, a good number is about 50 games. I know that's a lot, but if you can get 50 games in on the deck list you feel confident in, it'll help you weed it out. It'll help you get the exact deck you're looking for, and you'll be well prepared for this big tournament. After you've chosen your deck, the next type of prep that's really important to do is to plan for the day. I think this is a lesson a lot of people underestimate. You are going to compete, and you need to act like a competitor. If you were an athlete preparing for a competition, you would prepare accordingly. And so this is simple stuff like eating right, drinking lots of water, getting a good night's sleep. When I go for a run in the morning, I make sure the thing I ate the night before was good for my run the next day. That's the kind of stuff you need to take in. Something simple that I've seen lots of people do is you need to charge your phone, right? Like, come prepared. Have everything you need taken care of where you're not going to be bothered by the little details. And this is a clutch one. Know where the bathroom is.
Wow.
The final main point that I have when it comes to prepping for a Lorcana tournament is to play clean. What I mean by play clean is that there's a lot of details that can get in the way and mess up your game if you're not careful. A lot of this has to do with rulings and judge calls, and so we're going to dive into that. A good example to play clean is to start off your tournament with a new pack of sleeves. A big reason for this is old sleeves can have dings or dents or rips, and a judge can check your deck at any time, and an opponent could accuse you of marking your cards with bad sleeves. So it's always wise to start off with a new pack. So many bugs. Another good example to play clean is lore tracking. You see, these are no good. It's not a good idea to use these little spinners or to use your phone to track lore in a game. You can't even have your phone out at a tournament table, and these lore trackers are very reliable. So it is always good to get pen and paper out to track your lore. Another great way to play clean. Another good way to play clean is to understand and know the rules, specifically any new rulings that may be there in your tournament. I was at DLC Milwaukee a couple months ago, and at that tournament, they announced a new ruling, which was takebacks, that you can take back a move as long as you didn't gain any new information, such as drawing a card or something like that. A friend of mine wasn't paying attention when this announcement was made, and he ran into an opponent that did a take back, and he took a ton of time arguing with the judges to try and understand this new rule because he just simply hadn't heard it or knew about it. So if you want to play clean and you don't want to have any of these kinds of judge issues, then pay attention to new rules as they come out in the game. Another good tip is to play light. A pro player, Zan Syed, he actually doesn't even use a mat when he's playing at tournaments. He just simply carries his deck in his deck box with him so that he doesn't have to have one more thing that he's carrying around. I can think back to when I was at a tournament and I had a big old jacket with me, or I was carrying a big bag and I was going from table to table, and it was just inconvenient to have all of this stuff with me. So when it comes to tournaments, it's a pretty good idea to play light. On a similar note, I don't feel like I'm centered here. On a similar note to playing light, oh, there are too many bugs here. Ooh, too many bugs. Ugh. Another good tip for playing clean is to use the most common copies of cards available. Avoid using things like cold foils, enchanteds, and the other blinged out cards that you could in your deck, primarily because this can be another issue where someone calls a judge on you, thinking you're cheating. You see, any type of enchanted or cold foil or epic card, they have an issue where in humidity they can begin to cup. They have an extra layer of stuff on the card. And so they can be a little bit thicker, different, and when you are cutting your deck, you could theoretically cut to a enchanted card and thus be able to navigate your deck better than someone else, which could be cheating. And so a good idea to play safe, to play clean, is just use the common cards available for your deck. And this brings me to my last tip about playing clean. You and I need to be prepared at any given time for a judge call. You see, you may have to call a judge, or your opponent may call a judge on you, and you can't get too nervous about this. This is the nature of playing card games, and it can be very intimidating at a big tournament and then a judge gets called on you. You can even feel like you're in trouble. Well, if you're playing clean, there's nothing to worry about, and you need to keep an eye out for those who may not be playing clean. That's just the way things are here. So if you need to call a judge, call a judge. And if a judge is called on you, it's okay, breathe, play the game. And that brings me to my final point. Have fun. Remember, that's the whole reason you got into this game, right? The reason you're going to this tournament is because you've had so much fun playing this amazing game. So these tips are great, but more than anything, just make sure you're doing the best thing you can do to set yourself up to have fun at this tournament. Don't let performance get in the way. Don't let other people's attitudes get in the way. You come and play your best game, have fun, and have a blast. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I hope you're excited for this giveaway details. Watch this. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video, and I'm just really grateful for all of the viewers of this channel. Because of your viewership, an awesome company, Rare Candy, saw my last video, liked it so much that they sent over a care package for me, and it included things like this hat and other cool stuff, and this Shimmering Skies booster box. And I just knew getting this, I couldn't keep it. The only reason I got this was because of people like you watching this video. And so as a thank you, I want to give it away. And the way I'm going to do that is if you just leave a comment on this video within the first week of the posted date, that will enter you in for a possibility to win this. And then a week after this video has been uploaded, I will put out a post announcing who won and reach out to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope videos like this are helpful to you.